What's good, everyone? This is Marcus the Fingaz, and in this video, I'm going to talk all about the Spitfire Audio spring sale that is going on right now at the time of recording this video. If you are watching this and I'm posting it at the right time as I'm recording this video, we are spring 2022, I believe it's this year. The pandemic years have thrown me off. But there's a spring sale going on limited time right now as I'm recording this video. Shout out to Spitfire Audio. Before we get into that, go to defingaz.com/free plugins, defingaz.com/free plugins. Check out my free plugins gear guide where you have access to a bunch of free plugins, including some from Spitfire Audio. defingaz.com/free plugins. Check that out. We have this sale going on right now. 40% on individual products, 65% off of collections. You have some bundles here. You have the Chris Bowers collection. Shout out to Chris Bowers, composer of such epic masterpieces in films and TV shows such as Bridgerton and King Richard, and a lot more. We have 40% off the BBC SO Symphony Orchestra. You have 40% off Albion Solstice, Abbey Road 2 stuff. You have some libraries under 150 you can check out. You have the original series, which are all, I believe, $29, £29, 29 euros. Still trying to talk to Spitfire Audio to do a 4 for $99 deal for originals. I'm going to be at NAMM next week. Let's see if I can convince Spitfire Audio to do a 4 originals or 4 essay recordings for $29, libraries for $99. We'll see if I can make that happen. You also have Next Steps from Labs. Again, that free plugins gear guide I was telling you about. Labs is a free series of instruments from Spitfire Audio. I have a free Logic template that you can also download if you use Logic to use with Labs. So definitely check all that out. I'm going to link to the Spitfire Audio page here on this video in the comments below, maybe in one of these cards if I can think about how to do that up, set that up. Check out the spring sale. I'm going to go to my Logic Pro template here. I have a template that I use personally for Spitfire Audio. Whenever I get a new Spitfire Audio product or library, I put it in this template. As you can see, I have 35 and counting. This does include labs also. So the way I have this set up, I have a whole nother video that I will link to of how I set this up, why I use it. But basically every library I get from Spitfire Audio, I put it in here. This is how I run it through its paces, how I test things out, how I make sure that I've installed it right on an M1 Mac, which is what I have. So I use this. I'm not going to go over all these libraries I have. I have a video just doing some high level overview. I'm going to go over some of my favorites right now. Probably, let's say I'll go over, because I don't want to make this video too long, maybe 2 of them, 3 of them, but definitely on the top of that list is Albion One. I use this on a lot of my trailer music stuff. I use it on a lot of my even hip hop, R&B, pop stuff. Albion One is great because there are some there's just a lot of sounds in there. You have a lot of strings, of course, orchestra, brass, strings, woodwinds. I really like the Darwin Percussion Ensemble. I really like the Steams band. You have some pads and some great drones and stuff, things in there, some pluck sounds. And then you have some legacy stuff. I'm going to show you one thing that I didn't know was in here, if I can find it. If you have Albion One, so I'm going to show you my favorite thing about Albion One. My favorite hidden thing about Albion One. If you go to the Albion Legacy and individual patches here, you want to look for these things called effects. Brass effects, you have piano effects, you have strings high effects. These are hidden gems. You have woodwind effects, hidden gems within Albion One. I'm going to load up one of maybe each different type of section and play through if I have my keyboard. I don't even know if I don't have my keyboard set up. Let me get my keyboard set up really quick. I'm using a MIDI keyboard. I have it plugged in using the Yamaha MD-BT01 wireless Bluetooth MIDI adapter that I can take wherever, as long as they have a keyboard. Plug my keyboard in, I'm good to go. It sounds like you have a little lift when I lift the note. This is the Brass Effects one. Again, these are hidden gems in Albion One that I didn't know existed until after I had to plug in for several months. Here's another one. Almost like a comical swarm type thing. I'm not going to play through too many. And then you have 2 of those. You have 2 effects. You have some short things going on. You have low effects. I will load up low effects. Here's some of the low effects. Again, some great stuff happening there. My computer tends to go through these moods. Hopefully it doesn't blow up. Then we have piano. I'm going to skip the shorts. We're going to have piano effects cluster. Let's see what that sounds like. So that's really great. I'm not going to play too many of those either, but that's really great for horror movies, thriller stuff. Let's go to strings high effects. Again, horror movie stuff. Um, a lot of people, if you have Albion One, you're missing out on these great effects plugins. I'm gonna go to low effects. Some great stuff. If you're working on that next thriller, of course, you also have your same settings as in the other plugins here, or the other settings and apps things. You have expression, release, tightness, maybe reverb in some cases. I really like that slide up. Let's go to woodwind effects. These are woodwind instruments. Yes, really replace. That's cool. Really dissonant note there. So some great stuff happening there. Nice little flute flutter, flute flutter. So we're gonna go to, we have Woods High FX1. We also have some woodwinds. We'll go to FX3. Some of these runs here, we're gonna replace that. Here we go. Some great riffs there. So you can have fun with that stuff. Again, go into your individual patches, go into where we Albion Legacy here. If you have Albion One, check out those. I'm not going to go through anymore, but there's some great, I mean, you have all of these effects, different types of things. You have short stuff, piano, brass, strings, of course, and then woodwind. So definitely check that out in Albion One. That's the hidden gem. I believe also currently on sale on SpitfireAudio.com. I believe it should show up as the 40% off. It might also be part of a collection. Let's see if we can find it here, right there, $269. So that's under $300. A really great price for a really great library. I'm gonna go to, let's see what's on this page here. These are more of the higher end bestsellers, of course. I have Albion One, as you just saw. I also have not symphonic strings. I believe I have symphonic motions. I don't think I have anything else on this page. Let's see what else we can find for sale on this page that I have. Let's go to Appassionata Strings. That is $249, currently on sale for $179. I do have that. I also have used that. When I first got that, I think it was back in February. I first got it, and I created, usually when I get a library, I try to create one song or one piece with it to just break it in, figure some things out. I ended up creating 7 and making a full project, a full album. I released that album of just piano and strings, and all the strings were Appassionata strings, and I released that on Valentine's Day, February 14th, 2022 this year. Let's go to Appassionata Strings, currently $179. Again, I've been using this very great legato strings. I've used it on actually a film project I just worked on, independent film. Let's go. Let me get to the right register here with my notes. If I wanted to do legato slurred, and I have a sustain. So usually you want to have, dynamics and expression here. You want to have different sort of levels. If you want to have your faders automated to it, definitely check out some videos on all these plugins and the UI that Spitfire Audio has created with these big knobs. I can't go into all that right now, but Appassionata Strings, I actually have both of these at the same level assigned to 1 foot pedal. I could really use, if any companies are watching this, I could really use a Bluetooth volume pedal that has 0 to 127 MIDI control layers, and I could use 2 of those so that I can have 2 of my feet, both of my feet, on different pedals, adjusting these at different levels. But I like to use my foot to do that so that I can use both hands to play and record it all at once. And with Appassionata Strings, you have violins, you have violins 1, 2, viola, cello, and bass. Cellos or celli, how do you say it? I don't know. That's violins 1. Let's go to violins 2. We'll load that up. It's a really expressive, really passionate. Let's go to violas. Or I can do sustain and play, I believe. I can play more than one note. But normally with this library in particular, I program each note separately, each layer. So violins, 1, 2, viola, cello, and bass, program them separately and play different layers. And you get some great dynamics in there when you do things like that. You also have reverb, tightness, release, noise floor, legato, offset. You have so many great things in there. That you can play with, and you can change the reverb from the hall to the stage to St. Luke's there. Let's go to, I'll play cellos and then I'll leave it at that. I don't want to go too much into this. We'll find another plugin and have fun with that. Let me go to sustained. Actually, we'll go to slurred here. Really great stuff. I hear my computer getting upset at me. Let's go back to the page and let's see if anything else sticks out. I don't have any of these yet. Heirloom, I've heard great things about that. Of course, hammers, incredible. I can't have too many percussion libraries, so definitely saving up for that. Probably around Black Friday. So Spitfire Symphonic Motions, I do have this one. We'll go to that one. That is $149, normally $249. A great deal on that. Let me shut this one down. Let me find Spitfire Symphonic Motions down here. One thing about Logic that I really like, a lot of people, I don't have my icon set here, but let's say I had an icon here of, let's go to strings, and you don't have to have the icon, even if you just have the note. If I close this, so when I'm creating music, I like to have this view here, and usually I have the different color set. In this particular template, I have green to be my indicator to let me know that the plugins are working, and my camera might go out. That's technology. Life is life. We're going to keep going. If my camera goes out, it is what it is, and we were going to keep rolling. Hopefully it comes back. If it doesn't come back, I might just unplug it. There it is. But Symphonic Motions in Logic, I like to have my icon showing, because if you hold down the Command key and you double click on the icon, it will open the plugin. It won't open that one because I don't have it powered up. But hold down the Command key, double click, the plugin opens up. That's really a great way, instead of hitting the inspector and then clicking contact and then going to the plugin that way. It saves you 3 clicks. Or 2 clicks. So you command and double click. It's still 2 clicks, but instead of going up and then over and clicking, you get to save that time. So let's say I have originals, intimate strings loaded up here. If I command double click, once it gets loaded up, command double click, it'll open that. So keep that in mind. Really great way to sort of toggle between your different plugins and things if you're using Logic Pro. Now, back to our regularly scheduled program, Spitfire Symphonic Motions. We'll probably end with this one because I have so many libraries here. Again, as I mentioned, check out the spring sale. Check out all the different videos on all these libraries. And my computer's actually blowing up. Oh, nope. You know what? It's using recording mallets. I'm going to just go ahead and delete. Let's delete all these other libraries. I have some great libraries. Actually, I'm going to delete everything but the original stuff, because I will say a quick blurb about the originals before I end this video. So we'll go to Symphonic Motions here. Let me open this up. So what's great about Symphonic Motions is it's basically pre-programmed arrangements of strings, which is just incredible. And then you can have randomized function. I can't really go into all the details of it. Again, this video is already too long, but you have some great presets to get you started. So we'll go with a good start. And if you hit this randomize button, it'll randomize these sort of options down here. If you say feeling lucky, or if you just want everything to be hard, let's see what that sounds like. And then the overlay is what hits the first time you press your keys down. So if we go to Colenio, which is when the players turn their bow upside down and hit the strings, sounds like this. Or we can go pizzicato. So that's sort of the layer that is the first layer you hear. So if I play the notes fast, it's kind of fun. I'll play through a couple more of these presets. We'll go to Fantastic Worlds. I like that name. Sometimes the name will be good enough for you to click on it. Let me get something going. Let's go to randomize here. Let me overlay. I really like that sound. We're going to overlay a soul pont because I like saying that. We'll go to Feeling lucky. There we go. And again, you can change the how these are the level that the rate that these are playing. If they're 16th note, 8th note, it just gets really dynamic. I will play one more. Again, you also have effects in here. You have a mixer. You can adjust different mic settings and things in there. Check out the videos in there. And then you also have the big knob where you have ADSR, attack, decay, sustain, release, tape saturation, and reverb. Let me go to Fantastic Worlds. We'll go to, let's go to 6 Cents because M. Night fan here, and I like that name. Let's go back to this page. So really what this is it's a time saver. Instead of going in and programming each note, as I mentioned, what you can do with something like Appassionata, or going in and programming your individual notes if you have Spitfire solo strings or something like that, you can just get Symphonic Motions, have the pre-programmed things going, adjust some levels if you want, adjust some of the settings here, randomize some of these options, hard or whatever you want to do there, and be off and running. For me, let's see, I'm going to click this a few times. Here we go. Let's say I want to overlay a pizzicato layer. And what happens is, let's say I want to hold down a chord at the bottom. I can solo on top, or vice versa. And as soon as I push the note, it's going to be that pizzicato overlay, or let's say Coligno. Good luck if you could determine the time signature of what I just played. Let's go to Spiccato. Some great stuff there. My computer again is telling me something. Finally, I want to say something about the original series. I know I was supposed to end this video, but I really like the originals plugins. I don't believe they are on sale. I don't think they should go on sale because they are originally priced. They are everything that is under $29, 29 euros, 29 pounds. These are great sounding plugins. You have different types of pianos. You have intimate grand. You have some drums, great drums here from Abe. You have some strings, which I really like. Probably my favorite strings are in those strings. Again, I have these high-end libraries from Spitfire Audio, and I keep going to these $29 libraries here. And I'm going to show you my favorite ones. And I also use cinematic pads a lot. So this, I think I have it blown up, so it might look distorted. There we go. That's how it's supposed to look on the website. Epic stuff. A lot of great pianos, like I mentioned. Originals and also essay recordings. I believe those libraries are $29, 29 pounds. I'm going to see, as I mentioned, if I can convince Spitfire Audio at NAMM, which I will be at in person next week. I'm going to see if I can talk them into doing a deal at some point in the future. It might be 10 years from now. It might be next month. But if they can do a 4 for $99, where you can pick any 4 $29 libraries for $99, 99 pounds, 99 euros, I'm going to work on that. Mark my word. Before we get to that, I'm going to show you my favorite originals. I have Frozen Strings, I have pads, I have Percussion, Drumline, Epic Brass, Epic Strings. I'm not going to go through all these, but I'm going to go through probably most of them. For cinematic strings or Epic Strings, I'm going to actually, is this Epic Strings? This should be cinematic Frozen Strings. It's Epic Strings. I have to change that in my template. Let me make sure I open up the right one. I'm going to go with cinematic Epic Strings because that's what we have right now. I just have it mislabeled here. But with Epic Strings, I like to use the short ostinato, which is on, or the long or live settings. So we're going to go to live. So let's say you don't really have the money to invest in Albion One or something like that right now. Start with these libraries. These are great. $29, 29 pounds. Again, if I can talk them into doing that deal, even better. So I like the live. I like the short ostinato. Again, you have some settings here. You can adjust the close mic, room mic, stretch mic. I'm not going to get into all those settings. Not stretch mic, but stretch. Stretch the sound. Short ostinato. And I also like some of the pizzicato stuff. Really great stuff. Let's go to cinematic pads. Let's see if we'll open that up. Hopefully it's labeled all right. We'll see. Yeah. So I really like these because it's basically like strings that have been converted into pads. Really great for droney type stuff. Really great for ambient stuff. Mellow, bright cinematic settings there. You can adjust those labels, those knobs there. Again, as my stuff blows up on me, my favorite one in Halcyon is probably that Halcyon string settings there. I also have some of my favorite marks here. Fluorescent corridors. I'll play that one. Again, great stuff there. Cinematic percussion, I will not go over those, but there's some great drum libraries and sounds there. The plugins actually look the same on all of them, so there's no like image or anything other than the great minimal UI here. So I said I wasn't going to play, but you have swells, you have cymbals, you have earthquake hits, percussion high and low, metal hits. So these are great. I think they also might be taken from the Albion Darwin Percussion Ensemble. Don't quote me on that, but I actually was using this before I got Albion One. Now that I have Albion One, I do honestly use the Darwin Percussion Ensemble more, but these might be some sounds from that. I might be wrong. Don't quote me on that. Definitely look it up if you want to use it. Drumline. Actually, I was looking for forever. I've always been looking for marching band type drums. And when they came out with Drumline, right on time, you have marching band type drums. So you have swells, you have snare hits, you have the whole ensemble. I will play the whole ensemble here. So again, some great sounding stuff there. But you also have them in the different layers. You have rolls, cymbals, swells, hairpins, drum kit mapping there. And then we have Epic. I know I said I wasn't going to go through all these, and I'm ending up going through all these. Epic, brass, and woodwind. Let me go ahead and turn them on. That'll save me some time. Epic, brass, and woodwinds. Again, brass and woodwinds. So you have woodwinds live. It looks like I have the distortion setting on here. I'm going to turn that off. What I like with woodwinds is doing sort of those little double hits, 16th note type things. Then we also have live, long, short. We have similar with brass. I'm going to play some of the brass. For $29, 29 pounds, 29 euros, you can't get much better than that. We're going to go to, so I already did Epic Strings. We're going to see if this is actually Frozen Strings. So we'll see if I have it labeled wrong here. It's not. So I'm going to load up Frozen Strings. Again, feel free to skip this video. Frozen Strings, what I really like here is actually from a recent video that I saw Christian Henson do, where he was layering intimate strings, or he was layering some higher end strings with the Soltasto or Super Soltasto from Frozen Strings. It might have even been the Soltasto 2 Flautando, but he was layering Frozen Strings under normal strings, and I just love the sound of that. So that's what I do often now when I'm doing especially emotional stuff. So let's play, we'll just play the Soltasto 2 Flautando. I'm gonna bring up the super close mic. I'm gonna take down the tree a little bit. So you hear, ignore the distortion if that's coming through, but you hear how like airy and nasally it sounds. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer that with with intimate strings here. With intimate strings, you have sort of similar, the same articulations as the Epic Strings, but I'm going to just layer it with the long here, and we're going to hear how that sounds. ended on a nice jazzy chord there. But I love that sound. So you can take these $29, not expensive libraries, and you can layer them together. And you can even layer them with the free libraries from Spitfire Audio Labs. So imagine doing all that. And finally, we have Original Media Toolkit. I'm going to end with this one, Original Media Toolkit. And I started saying this video saying everything was on sale. These libraries are not on sale because they are so inexpensive that they're basically on sale all the time because they're $29 for some great sounds. Originals Media Toolkit is basically a toolkit of different types of random sounds. You have piano, flute effects, guitar, marimba, metallophones, some synths. You have some household hits, some kitchen stuff, some hi-hats, knocks. I honestly don't use this as much. What I would say I use the most is intimate strings, epic strings, frozen strings, epic brass and woodwinds, and cinematic pads. If you had to pick one right now, I would say definitely get frozen strings and some type of other strings, maybe either intimate or epic. The only difference between intimate and epic is the number of strings in the ensemble. So definitely do some research on that. Listen to the demos, watch as much YouTube videos as you can before purchasing those libraries. And so you can get an idea. I'm going to play the piano from Media Toolkit here. Like that. I don't have my camera on my keyboard right now, but great sounding library. Really, actually, that sounds kind of intimate. You can layer that particular sound with the C3 EP or pad. As my computer is about to blow up, so I'm going to stop right there. But definitely check it out. Go to spitfireaudio.com. Check out the current sales going on. Spring sale. I have to get this video up before the sale ends, so good luck to me on doing that. Save up to 40% on individual products and up to 65% with collections. Limited time, spring 2022. Hopefully you see this video before the sale is out. If not, definitely keep looking. What I've seen, I can't promise because I don't have the secret crystal ball for Spitfire Audio. I've seen them do at least one sale a month. So they pick a product and they do a sale a month. And then definitely they have the spring sale coming, happening right now. And then I say Black Friday, you know, if you're waiting for deals and you can't really swing anything right now, you have just a few months, you can start having a plan. You say, hey, I noticed that Hans Zimmer strings is $7.99. Not saying it will go on sale during Black Friday, but try to save up for the whole thing for $800 if you can, if you want that library. And then once Black Friday hits, maybe it'll come down to $479, maybe it'll come down to $500, whatever the case is, and you might have some extra to get another library. So that's how you can plan accordingly. Honestly, for me, most of the libraries I have, I've won in contests because I enter a lot of contests. In the year pandemic 2020, I entered probably 200 contests, music contests, remix contests, sampling contests, where I've won either libraries directly or I've won money or coupons or things to purchase libraries. So that's one way where you can use contests. In fact, I have a whole course on remix contests. Go to thefingaz.com/remix contest course, where you can find out how you can increase your chances of winning contests. Of course, entering 200 of them, you might win one or two. So definitely check that out. But yeah, this video has been way long enough. I've talked too long. I apologize, but shout out to Spitfire Audio. Thank you. Looking forward to meeting the Spitfire Audio team in person at NAMM next week. So that'll be fun times indeed. Great sale going on right now. Check it out when you can. Be safe and be well. Go to thefingaz.com/free plugins. Check out the free plugins gear guide. All right, everyone. All right, peace.